Making headlines. Parliament Speaker highlights that the President prioritizes making significant decisions in the country based on scientific research. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs urges all Maldivians travelling and residing in Bangladesh to remain cautious following the political unrest in the country. And the Defence Minister announces that the efforts of the President to enhance the capabilities of the MNDF will soon be evident.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to PSMNEWS in English with me, Hafiz Abdusattar. And now the news in detail. Speaker of the Parliament Abdul Rahim Abdullah highlights that President Dr. Mohammad Moiz prioritizes making significant additions in the country based on scientific research. He made the remarks during the inauguration ceremony of 2 new programs at Villa College.
Speaking at the ceremony, Speaker Abdul Rahim emphasized the importance of scientific research in the structural and economic development of the country. He also said that scientific research is essential for advancing these areas. Additionally, Speaker Abdul Rahim praised President Dr. Moiz as a leader who values knowledge, noting that the President holds the highest degree in his field. He described it as a privilege for students to have such a knowledgeable individual as the President. He reiterated that the President believes in making informed decisions on critical national issues through scientific research and is committed to facilitating extensive research efforts. Furthermore, Speaker Abdul Rahim expressed that the new programs introduced by Villa College will contribute to significant progress in key areas of the Maldives and will cultivate the type of researchers that align with President Dr. Moiz's vision. He added that these programs would enhance the country's political landscape. Villa College has introduced 2 new programs which include Bachelor of Political Science and International Relations and Bachelor of Quantity Surveying. Both programs have a duration of 3 years and are Level 7 programs accredited by the Maldives Qualifications Authority, MQA. Villa College stated that the degree program in Political Science and International Relations will equip students with knowledge about the political situation, political history and foreign relations of the Maldives. The degree program in Quantity Surveying will train students in managing the financial and procurement aspects of structural development projects.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs urges all Maldivians travelling and residing in Bangladesh to remain cautious following the political unrest in the country.
The protests seeking justice against discrimination saw the deaths of 150 individuals. The protests were organized by students from the Students Against Discrimination. Majority of those partaking in the protests include students seeking higher education in colleges and universities. The protests were halted following the decision taken by the Supreme Court of Bangladesh to review the quota system and policies implemented by the government during recruiting employees. However, the protests erupted again, seeking justice for the students who were killed in the retaliatory actions of the Bangladesh police who were deployed to control the violent protests. Several protests have also been taking place in various parts of the country, including the capital, Dhaka. The Foreign Ministry revealed that the High Commission of the Maldives to Bangladesh is closely monitoring the safety and security of the students currently in the country. As such, the High Commission has been checking up on students daily via phone calls. The High Commission disclosed that all 99 Maldivians in Bangladesh are safe. Additionally, the ministry advised all Maldivian individuals residing or traveling to Bangladesh to follow the orders of the Bangladeshi administration and refrain from going outdoors during this period. The ministry also requested them to follow the measures and advices given by the High Commission of the Maldives to Bangladesh.
Minister of Defence Mohammad Ghassan Maumoon announces that the efforts of President Dr. Mohammad Moiz to enhance the capabilities of the Maldivian National Defence Force MNDF will soon be evident.
Speaking about the Independence Day Parade and the National Cadet Corps Parade Route March, Minister Ghassan highlighted the advanced preparations of the MNDF. He noted that the march exemplifies the dedication of President Moizu, who is working to strengthen the military and prioritize the protection of the nation's independence and sovereignty. Additionally, Minister Ghassan emphasized that the march demonstrates the well-trained, organized and united military of the Maldives. He said that further developments in President Dr. Moizu's initiatives to expand the capacity of MNDF would be seen in the future. He also encouraged all soldiers to prioritize the country above themselves. Under President Dr. Moizu's leadership, the Air Corps has been introduced in the country, enabling the MNDF to patrol Maldivian waters by its first military drone. President Moizu also stated their intention to further enhance military capabilities with additional drones and naval, land and air vessels in the future.
Minister of Islamic Affairs Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Saeed arrives at Saudi Arabia to take part in the 9th Conference of Ministers of Awqaf and Islamic Affairs. The significant conference is slated to take place on August 5th in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. During the conference, research documents will be presented on significant Islamic topics. Arrangements have been made such the Minister Shahim chairs some sessions of the conference. Following the conclusion of the conference, the Minister will be returning to the Maldives on August 7th. He is accompanied by the Imam of Masjid al-Sultan Muhammad Taqur Fanal Azam, Sheikh Muhammad Latif, and the Senior Political Director Sheikh Muhammad Imtiaz Abbas. Minister of Social and Family Development Dr. Aishat Shiham has revealed that a new initiative will soon be launched in collaboration with non-governmental organizations, NGOs, to assist individuals in need across society.
Speaking to PSMNEWS, Minister Aishat highlighted that many families, particularly those with multiple children, are struggling under severe conditions on various islands in the Maldives due to a lack of income. Noting that some organizations already offer support to these individuals, she said that the government aims to enhance the assistance through partnerships with associations. Additionally, Minister Aishat pointed out that while many organizations are assisting those in need, their efforts are often divided. To address the issue, she said that the new initiative will involve working with NGOs to better identify and support individuals in need. As such, the ministry plans to collaborate with the Mums Aid, which has a strong track record of assisting families with special needs. Mums Aid has successfully carried out projects such as building homes for individuals living in poverty and providing essential items to struggling families. The ministry will also coordinate with other associations and use data from databases, health check programs, and local IBAMA groups to improve their outreach and support.
The Ministry of Social and Family Development commences an online sign language course aimed at providing more facilities for the hearing impaired to access services from state institutions. The ministry told PSMNEWS that a total of 100 people have participated in the first 2 batches of the course and that more than 200 applications were received. The ministry discloses that the course will be conducted for the next 4 weeks and participants can log in at their own convenience to complete the given works within a set time frame. The first round of the course was open to government ministries, various agencies and companies. The ministry said the opportunity to participate in the upcoming batches is now open to councils. The ministry states that the opportunity to participate in the course will be opened to the public in the future. The ministry noted that there are about 1,500 hearing impaired people in the Maldives. The biggest difficulty faced by them when attaining services from government institutions is difficulties in communication. The Ministry of Higher Education, Labour and Skills Development announces that 1,878 students are currently registered in the database of Maldivian students studying abroad. The register, compiled for the first time in April this year, tracks students studying abroad with various forms of financial support or at their own expense. Currently, the register includes 1,878 students with 114 on bilateral scholarships, 293 on government scholarship, 1,402 receiving government loans, and 69 studying at their own expense. The ministry noted that the registration process is available through an online link and remains open for students who have not yet registered. The aim of the register is to enhance the monitoring and management of Maldivian students abroad. The Ministry of Tourism says that the number of tourists that visited the Maldives in July has seen an increase of 15%.
The statistics released by the ministry show that 167,528 tourists visited the Maldives in July this year, which is an increase from 145,620 in July last year. The total number of tourist arrivals so far this year has reached 1.18 million, marking a 10% increase compared to the 1.07 million tourists during the same period last year. The statistics show that tourists from China made up the largest portion of arrivals by the end of July, with 160,000 tourists. Russia follows with 130,000 tourists. Maldives has so far welcomed 105,000 tourists from the United Kingdom, UK, Italy and Germany each contribute 87,000 tourists. The statistics also show a decline in average tourist arrivals in May and June, with averages of 3,867 and 4,109 per day respectively. However, the average number of daily arrivals has now increased to over 5,000, reaching 5,404. Tourists now stay in the Maldives for an average of 7 days.
The government receives 2 names for the position of Chief Executive Officer CEO of the Maldives Development Bank, MDB.
Speaking at the opening ceremony of the Maldives Accountant Forum, Minister of Economic Development and Trade Mohammed Said announced that MDB is expected to receive its license soon, with 2 candidates identified for the CEO position through a foreign recruitment agency. Noting that the company has been registered, Minister Said disclosed that 2 experienced individuals from major foreign banks have been appointed to the bank's board of directors. The minister highlighted that the MDB board would comprise top regional experts, including international financial specialists. Furthermore, Minister Said confirmed that the application of the bank's operating license has been submitted to the Maldives Monetary Authority (MMA) and that efforts to secure building for the bank are underway. He also said that the bank would become operational within the next few weeks. The establishment of MDB was decided on May 16th under the authority of President Dr. Mohammed Muizzu. The bank aims to invest in sustainable economic and social development and to raise funds for infrastructure projects in line with government policies. It also seeks to address challenges in finance and public sector, investment program PSIP projects through syndication finance and to enhance the attractiveness of foreign currency deposits in the domestic banking system. President Muizzu emphasized that appointments to MDB would involve individuals with relevant experience from around the world. He also ensured that the bank's operations will be effectively managed.
Bank of Maldives BML temporarily halts the instant processing of payroll and bulk transfers. This was announced by the bank on a post shared on social media.
In the post, the bank shared that it has halted the instant processing of payroll and bulk transfers via BML Internet Banking as well as bulk transfers through Favera. BML stated that the request to make payrolls and bulk transfers should be submitted via mail. This change was brought following the incident in which some accounts were credited erroneously. BML said that the accounts were identified and the reversals were processed. It further affirmed that no financial losses were experienced and assured customers that the systems were safe and secure. BML has a vast network across the nation with 38 branches and service centers, 86 self-service banking centers and 144 ATMs. The bank also provides services through internet banking in addition to cash agents. Efforts are underway to enhance the services provided by the bank.
Tech-focused publication, the information says that design flaws could cause a delay of 3 months or more in the launch of a chip giant NVIDIA's NVDA.O opens a new tab upcoming artificial intelligence chips.
The setback could affect customers such as Meta Platforms, Alphabet's Google and Microsoft, which have collectively ordered tens of billions of dollars worth of chips, it said, citing people who help produce chip and server hardware for NVIDIA. The AI chip company unveiled its Blackwell chip series in March, succeeding its earlier flagship AI chip, the Grasshopper Superchip, which was designed to speed generative AI applications. An NVIDIA spokesperson said in an email statement in response to the report that Hopper demand is very strong, broad Blackwell sampling has started and production is on track to ramp in the second half. Microsoft said it had nothing to add, while Meta and Google did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The information said that NVIDIA informed Microsoft and another major cloud service provider this week of a delay in the production of its most advanced AI chip in the Blackwell series, citing a Microsoft employee and another person with knowledge of the matter.
Violent disorder sweeps across several British cities, injuring police and damaging property in the most widespread outing in the country for 13 years, following the murder of 3 young girls in northwest England.
Riots involving hundreds of anti-immigration protesters have erupted in towns and cities after false information on social media that the suspect in Monday's knife attack at a children's dance class in Southport was a radical Muslim migrant. Police have said that the suspect was born in Britain, but protests by anti-immigration and anti-Muslim demonstrators have continued, descending into violence, arson and looting. Violent disorder erupted in Liverpool, Bristol, Hull and Belfast, 4 cities located in different corners of the UK, with scuffles breaking out and bricks and bottles thrown as anti-immigration protesters faced groups opposed to racism. Many police officers suffered injuries as they tried to keep several hundred rival protesters, largely young men who were chanting slogans, from clashing. At least 2 shops in Liverpool were vandalized and looted, police added. Similar scenes were witnessed in the southwestern city of Bristol, although anti-racist protesters outnumbered anti-immigration groups with TV footage showing them facing off with police in riot gear. In Belfast, some businesses reported damage to property while at least 1 was set on fire, according to police. Across Britain, police have arrested dozens of individuals for offences ranging from violent disorder to burglary and criminal damage. Extra police have been deployed across cities, while mosques across the country have been advised to strengthen security following an attack on a mosque in Southport on Tuesday. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, facing his first big test since his election a month ago, has condemned the far right for the wave of violence and backed police to take strong action. He discussed the disorder with senior ministers on Saturday, his office said. The last time riots erupted in Britain was in 2011, when a much larger outbreak of violence took hold, with thousands of people taken to the streets for 5 nights after police shot dead a man in London. On Friday night, hundreds of anti-immigration demonstrators in Sunderland threw stones at police in riot gear near mosque before overturning vehicles, setting a car light and starting a fire near police station.
Katie Ledecky wins a record-equaling career 9th gold medal at the Paris Olympics by claiming an unprecedented 4th women's 800-meter freestyle title on Saturday.
The American grey touched the wall at La Défense Arena 1.25 seconds ahead of Australian silver medalist Ariane Titmus. Paige Madden took bronze for the United States-US. Ledecky's 9th gold from 4 games gives her a share of the all-time record for female Olympians, with former Soviet gymnast Larissa Latinia. She also joined fellow American great Michael Phelps as the only swimmer to win 4 Olympic golds in the same event. Later, the US won the mixed 4x100 meters medley relay gold with a world record time. China took the silver and Australia the bronze. The winning time of 3 minutes 37.43 seconds smashed the record set by previous champions Britain at the 2021 Tokyo Games. Canada's Summer McIntosh set a 200 meters individual medley Olympic record as she won her 3rd gold of the Games and completed a double in the 4-stroke event. The 17-year-old touched out in 2 minutes 6.56 seconds to take down the 2016 record set by Hungary's Katinka Hosszú at the Rio de Janeiro Games. Kate Douglas of the US won the silver, and Australian Kaylee McKeown was awarded the bronze after US swimmer Alex Walsh, the 2021 silver medalist, was disqualified for an illegal turn at the end of the backstroke leg. Hungarian powerhouse Christoph Milak stormed to a 2nd Olympic gold with a victory in a thrilling men's 100 meters butterfly final, 0.09 seconds ahead of Canadian runner-up Josh Liendo. Ilya Karun also grabbed a 2nd bronze for Canada.
Millennial gamers soaked up the nostalgia and embarked on fresh adventures in the land of orcs, mages and elves as World of Warcraft came back online in China.
Beloved titles from the fantasy epic to shooting game Overwatch went offline in China in January 2023 after a contract dispute between the American developer Blizzard and local partner NetEase, prompting a wave of mourning and anger from fans. But the two firms reached a new deal this year, announcing the titles would return to Chinese screens sequentially, starting with World of Warcraft WoW on August 1st. At an internet cafe in the capital Beijing, his fellow gamers tapping furiously on multicolored keyboards, 35-year-old Wei Jia told AFP he felt nostalgic as soon as he had heard that WoW was coming back. Playing the game, he said, was like taking a trip down memory lane. Massively popular worldwide, particularly in the 2000s, WoW is an online multiplayer role-playing game set in a fantasy world where good battles evil. It is known for its immersive and addictive gameplay, and players can rack up hundreds of hours of game time. Liu Haoran, a 30-year-old media worker, said he had come to the internet cafe near his office as soon as he heard that WoW was back online. His fondest memories of the game are the friends he made as he explored the vast mythical world of Azeroth, he explained, as dragons and other mythical creatures flew past on his screen. Others had been busy recruiting fellow players for the battle ahead of the relaunch. The return of Blizzard titles is a welcome boost for NetEase, which, like many of the country's tech giants, had a rough few years after government crackdown on the industry. Gamer Wei told AFP he had been disgusted with the falling out between Blizzard and NetEase, and that he'd felt regret when it went offline.
And that's all we have for this hour. Thank you for watching. Wish you all a very pleasant day ahead.
ಹಫ್ತಾಯ ನಿಮಿಗೆನ್ ದಾಯರು ಎಕಿ ದಾಯರಾತಕು ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಮಶ್ರಹುಗಾವೆಸ್ ಎತಕ್ ಕಮೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಗೆಂದೆ
ಮಿತನ್ ದಿವಲಪ್ಪೆಗೆನ್ ದಾಣಿ ಗೆದೊರುಗೆ ಮನ್ಸಿದಕ ವಜೀಫಾಗೆ ಮನ್ಸಿದಕ ವೆಗೆನ್
ಕಾನೂನುಗ ಬುಣಾಗೊತ್ತು ಮಿಯ ಮಿಹಾರ್ ತಿಬ್ಬೆವಿ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರುನ್ನ ಎದವರು ಫುರಿಹಮು ಕುರಂ
private sector kan